Okay, the technique for today we're going to be doing is coloring in the stamp that you selected. And there are a couple different ways. I'll do two techniques with this today. I'm going to just use the stamping markers to color, and then I'll be using the watercolored pencils to fill some in with watercolor. So just take your stamp and stamp it in just your basic black. Now, for just coloring in with the markers, just use any marker. I've got this Stampin' Right marker, and just color it in. So we've got the red. Do the red on the hat. And for the little things, little bits here that I've missed, I will go over it with the other side of the marker so I don't color too far outside the lines. I was horrible about coloring outside the lines when I was a kid, so I'm not much better at it as an adult. So I just use this to just color in the little bits that we don't want to take a chance of going outside the lines. And then we'll take this and color the rest of it green. And again, I could probably do that. Take the other side of the Stampin' Right, and just color in the little bits of green that you don't want to do outside the line. So that's how you can use the markers to color. The other thing is the watercolor pencils. So with the watercolor pencils, you just put the color on wherever you want it. Do green for this. And then you take your watercolor marker and just go over it, and it kind of spreads the color out, kind of gives it a watercolor effect. And then for his nose, we'll do watercolor markers for his nose. I didn't get an orange. And for the watercolor, all you have to do is just kind of put a little color there. And then, again, now this has been used, so if you just do this a couple of times, it'll get the green off and it'll be clear again. So now you can just go back over it and just make it a little light. Let's get the color off here. Okay, that's clean again. And now, since the paper's white and snowmen are white, we'll leave the snowman mostly white, but in order to do like a shaded area, give it a little bit of a snow shade effect, I'll just kind of put a little blue here, bring it down here just a little bit. We'll shade over in this area too, maybe a little bit under here in this shade. There's going to be a little shading there, and then a little bit on his face. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to color his hat. Finish up the hat just to have it finished up. Okay, now we'll take our marker, and now we just go over it to blend it in. this side. Pardon my cold. And then just shade this a little here and a little here. And then we have a little bit of a shaded snow effect. And what I'll also do is just to kind of put a little color in, I'll do a little watercolor here on the snow. Okay, and then take it again, make sure that's the Bolivia. And we just shade it like that. And then we have a little bit of a snowy effect down there. So that is how you do watercolor and just coloring in. That's how we color in our stamp.